Everyone, we are live. Welcome to the third Cello Nation Live of the month. Stand by me. So, as you guys come in, write your name in the chat to let us know who is here. I always have to write something first for some reason, because I can never see your comments until I write something. Isn't that weird? Welcome to Cello Nation Live. Stand by me. This is the third one we've done this month. We are going to do one more next Wednesday at 11, okay? So some of the things that we've been working on in Stand By Me is trying to get some freedom in our playing with these chord charts. Try to figure out what the theory is, how we can figure out some fun stuff to put in along with the music that we're reading. So for example, if you're playing a duet with someone, they can read the part and you can goof around with the theory knowledge that you have, the arpeggios, the chords, the scales that will fit in to your chord chart, right? So I want to do a few commercials first. Write your name in the chat so I can see who's here and where you're joining us from. So September is Beatles month in Cello Nation. Yay! We have a free 5-day masterclass, Cello Freedom Masterclass, that helps you get some freedom on your instrument so you don't always have to play the written notes. You can still have fun and learn how to ornament and fill things in and improvise. That's what we're working on. The Cello Freedom Masterclass is September 11th through the 15th. So you can sign up, look around. On Cello Nation, you'll find tons of places where it's advertising that because we want to get people in working on Cello Freedom. The piece we're doing is, well, what is the piece we're doing? It's Hey Jude. I don't know if I announced that yet, but I think I did. Hey Jude is what we're going to do so you can get the music from Cello Nation, and it'll be posted all over. And also, when you join the masterclass, it sends you music PDFs, so you can get it that way. Okay, so let's see who's joining us. You guys write in the chat if you. Oh, there, it's so funny. Here is everybody. Okay, Heidi. Hi Heidi. Hi Barbara from Germany. Hello Cello family. William. Hi William. Miriam. Hi Miriam. You guys aren't writing where you're joining us from. Everybody's in a different state every day. Hi, April. We have no idea where April is. Don't even ask. So Tracy in Canada. Heidi's going to be Heidi's going to be on Long Island next week. Heidi, but where are you now? Green Bay, right? Yeah, the music store. Heidi. My daughter just did an internship on Long Island. She got a cello from, I can't remember the name of the place, but she rented it. April's in from sunny Los Angeles. She did Access Hollywood. Look for April M on Access Hollywood. The Dogs of the Strays movie. Strays movie, yeah. She did the Today Show a couple days ago. I saw it. It was great. Now she's in here. Yes. That's the way we roll here. Okay. So the Cello Freedom Masterclass Beatles month is September. And we're going to be doing Cello Nation Lives with Beatles. And the tune is Imagine. Yes, it's so good on the cello, you guys. Oh my God. Yesterday I was goofing around with it. I used to play Imagine on the streets of New York a lot because it's really, really beautiful. And people really connect with it. It's such a nice message. It's so beautiful in many ways, millions of ways, but super beautiful on the cello. Yesterday I just started doing a chop on it. It was like, oh my God, this is so cool. I never did that before. All the times I played it on the streets of New York City, I never thought to put the chop in it. And it's really fun. So come into Cello Nation Lives 11 a.m. on Wednesdays in September for the Beatles stuff. Okay, so for the last few weeks in our Stand By Me classes, we have done the bass, we've done the chop, we've worked some on that. We did connector notes and octave jumpers. Is that what I call them? Octave jumpers. Yeah, octave jumpers, where you jump from octave to octave. to be familiar, more familiar with the cello, to have more freedom, right? Jumping around, knowing where you are with those octaves. Those were really fun. Meg posted a really nice video. You guys, anybody should post a video of your version of Stand By Me, or just any part of it on Cello Nation. We'd all be interested, because even though there's a certain amount in here, there's a lot of people that watch this later. So everyone is always interested in everybody's progress, even if it's just like 8 bars of it or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever you've been working on, post it on Cello Nation. It should be a practice spot. It's not a spot. It's not Carnegie Hall. That's a different thing, right? This is like we're practicing stuff, and you can post parts of it, and people go, "Oh, that's cool. That sounds good," you know. So Meg did that twice. Thank you, Meg. That was awesome. And she sounds great on it. We're working on getting more freedom for Meg. She put some octave jumpers in, which was great. So today we're going to work on the 8-bar solo section that's at the end of the music, okay? So what are we going to put in there? Today we're going to work on the arpeggios, okay? So let's do it. And I'm going to play my, my little background here. Sorry if it's not the right volume. It's B- work. My business coach told me, just do B- work until you get it to A+. So we're at, we're doing A+ work on the cello, but it's B- for audio until I marry someone who's a, uh-oh, is it frozen? Looks like I froze there. Oh, on mine I froze for a minute. Okay, so, but anyway, if this is too loud or something, sorry, but I'm trying to teach you to make your own setup. You put headphones in so you can actually hear it better, or whatever. So, it comes out as it comes out today, but do tell me in the chat, like, yeah, it's too loud or whatever, okay? The metronome on here is kind of loud and annoying. Okay, so, arpeggios. Let's start with arpeggios. We're going to do arpeggios in some different ways today, okay? So, quarter notes going up on the arpeggios. Okay, so let's see. Let's set up so you can see me. Let's do the arpeggio notes. So for the key of G, the first chord, the 1 chord that you use a Roman numeral 1 for, the 1 chord, because it lands on the first note of the scale, is the G chord. G, B, D, G. 03, 04, okay? That's convenient because there's 4 notes in a 4/4 bar, right? So we can just play those 4 notes for the first 2 bars at letter A on your chord chart, okay? When the voice starts, when he starts singing, we can play letter A. 4 notes, G major. Then we do it again because the second bar doesn't change chords, which means it's still a G chord. Now we go down to E minor. Jump to your E. Root, 3rd, 5th octave. 3, 0, 3, 1. Let's do your E minor one. Ready, go. Again. One more time. Good. Now let's do your C chord because that's your next one. There's only 1 bar of C. So let's play 03, 04. Right? C arpeggio. Do it again. Ready, go. One more time. Ready, go. Good. Now you're going to do a D. This is bar 14. D arpeggio, right? You could do it here. Root, 3rd, 5th octave, right? 03, 04. 03, 04 is good to memorize. Ready, go. But you can do it down here if you want to, which is 1 extension 4, 1, 0. Let's try it. This is your D. Ready, go. Good. So now it goes back to G, right? Let's do the G. Ready? Go. Good. So we're going to do at letter A 2 bars of G, which is 8 notes, right? 2 bars of E minor, which is 8 notes because we're playing quarter notes, right? We got to make up the rhythm, and we got to know what the notes in the arpeggio are. That's our challenge, right? So 8 notes of G, 8 notes of E minor. Then when we come to the C chord, it's only 4 notes because it's only 1 bar of C. Then bar 14, 1 bar of D. Then bar 15 is 2 bars of G. Okay, you get that? And then you're at bar 17, okay? So let's practice hooking these arpeggios together before we put it in here, okay? So let's do a G major arpeggio into an E minor arpeggio, okay? Since we're gonna do it, maybe let's just do it 1 bar each right now. We're gonna go back from G to E minor to G to E minor. 4 quarter notes on each of those, okay? I'm gonna put the metronome on. G arpeggio, E minor. 4 beats for each, okay? So it's gonna start 03, 04. Let's try it. Ready, go. E minor. G. E minor. G. E minor. One more time. G. Minor. Good. So now let's do E minor to C, because that's the second chord going to the 3rd chord in this, right? We're going to do 4 notes of each, okay? Ready? E minor to C. Ready? Go. C. Again, E minor to C. E minor. C. Okay, so that was connecting E minor to C. This is work that you do before you play the chart, really. Each chord to the next, okay? So C goes to a D chord, 13 to 14. Do you see it? Let's connect C to D, okay? 4 beats each. We're not reading the chart, we're just thinking, okay, C arpeggio for 4 beats, D arpeggio for 4 beats. You ready? Ready, go. D. C. D. Again, C. D. Okay, so now we've connected. We've practiced the connections between the chords, except the last one, which is D goes to a G, bar 14 to 15, right? Let's try D and then G. Ready, go. G. D. To G. Same fingering, right? 03, 04. D. To G. Good. Now just for fun, let's double up and do 8th notes on those like this. G. D. G. Good. Now let's sew these together. as a whole. Now we've practiced going from G to E minor, from E minor to C, C to D. We've practiced all the little parts. Now let's put it together just with the metronome, okay? And you guys feel free to write in the chat how you're doing. I'm doing okay, or it's way too fast for me, or whatever. This is bass for intermediate and up. That's what these Cello Nation lives are for. Anyone's welcome, but that's just kind of the level that they are. And at first, your brain doesn't think this way. It doesn't think to read a chord chart. It doesn't think to play notes on the cello unless they're written out. So it's a whole new thing at first, but if you have a bit of technique, it gets really quick. It gets quick because you have some technique, right? And you're just learning it a little bit differently, the theory of it, right? So let's go from letter A for 8 bars all the way through the beginning of this tune, okay? We're going to do 2 bars of G, 2 bars of E minor, 1 bar of C, 1 bar of D, 2 bars of G, and that's 8 bars. And then you're at bar 17 and it repeats, right? So let's do it. We're going to do 4 quarter notes in each bar. When we get to 17, let's do it backwards. So we go from the top to the bottom in bar 17, okay? There are 16 bars to this phrase. The first 8 bars, there's an intro first. But then at letter A, there's 8 bars. We're going to do quarter notes going up. Then there's 8 more bars where it repeats, no, I won't, right? That place. We're going to do our quarter note arpeggios coming down. Okay, so that'll be like, just goof around with it, see if you can do it. And then the E, like that. It's a pretty good tempo, so I think you'll be able to do it. Or not, fall off and have fun. Let's try it, you guys ready? Okay, letter A, first going up for 8 bars, and the second 8 bars we're coming down on our quarter note arpeggios, right? Feel free to do the 8th notes if you want, but quarter notes is just fine. That's what I'm going to do. Okay, 1, 2, ready, letter A, G. If you were able to do that, or how that is for you level-wise. If you were able to do it, just write yes in the chat. Yes, or a Y. Just take a second to do that. So let's see. Now we're going to do it with the recording. And we're just practicing arpeggios now is what we're doing. Now, whatever level you're at, it's up to you to figure out how to make it a little bit harder for you. So if it's just quarter notes and it's boring to you, you can double up on the tempo and do 2, 3, 4, right? Or you can come down. 2, 3, 4. You can do that. You can go up and come down. Like that, because there's 2 bars, like when you have G, you can go up and come down because you have 8 notes each bar if you're playing 8th notes, right? 4 notes if you're playing quarter notes, okay? I don't think anybody has written a Y in the chat, and is that because, let me see if when I write something. Yeah, I don't know why the chat doesn't come up unless I write something. Let me see what people are saying. Oh, okay, so now I'm seeing. Okay, Vicky's in there, Son's in there. Hi, Son. Hi, Vincent. Rachel says, no, I can hear you. What does that mean? No, I can hear you. What does that mean, Rachel? That's a mixed message. Okay, Vicky's in there. What app? I'm using voice memos on the iPhone. It's on your phone, and you can just look under apps. It's in there. It's free. Vicky, Meg says she uses a microphone in GarageBand. Yeah, I need to start using that, Meg. I'm going to figure more out about that. Rachel's a beginner, but she's listening, semi-playing along. Yeah, Rachel, you have some theory knowledge, though. You have musical knowledge, so that's good. There's Angelica. Adrian is on Lake Superior. And Heidi says, 8th notes is easy. Good, Heidi, you got to make it harder for yourself. What's the next faster? You're going to either start, Heidi. Okay, so this is good for me to address. So Heidi, it says 1/8 is easy, which I'm assuming, sorry, because that's 1 bar, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? That's 1 bar, right? So if that's easy for you, you have to push yourself and make it harder. What's the next hardest rhythm to do? It would be triplets, right? So you could come up with something, because that's faster, right? So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, right? You got to push yourself. You don't want to get smug in this and think now it's easy and you're just going to do that. No, you got to keep pushing yourself, right? Triplets, or the other thing you can do to make it harder in these arpeggios is start on a different note. Don't start on the root. So you could say, okay, I'm going to start on the 3rd of each chord. That would be B, and then E minor. What's the 3rd? Your brain's, what is it? It's a G. It's a G, right? Oops, wait, sorry. Right? That's hard. That makes your brain think, oh my God. Then, alternatively, you could start on the 5th, right? You could start on the 3rd at a higher octave and come down. It's about being creative and figuring out what you want to do. If you're just having trouble just following the arpeggio, that's fine. Just do that. And you might even only be able to play the bass right now on it. That's fine too. You could do 4 quarter notes of the bass note, okay? So let's play along with this now, and we're going to do quarter notes. I'll just pick something in the middle of it, which will be like quarter notes going up. You pick how you're going to do it, whether you're going to do or you can start at the top and go backwards and do it twice. You got to do 8 notes to cover 2 bars of G, right? That's the main thing. So this backing track is going to keep us honest with that, because we have to follow it. And I would suggest, guys, you get a backing track and start listening to it and start trying to play along with it, because we can play by ourselves and no one's holding us accountable to timing at all, right? But when you put another part on, or a backing track, that's when it starts to challenge you, because you have to have one ear on the beat and the notes, and then you have to figure out what you're doing as well. That's why this is the best medicine for our brains that ever was invented. Hi, Miriam. Miriam's airplaying. That's the 2nd student I've had today that's airplaying, because Peggy in Fort Worth broke her arm a while ago, but she's doing the left hand. Okay, so yes, I got 1 yes. I got 1 yes. Okay, all right. Let me see something, guys, and then we're going to play it with the recording. Okay. So I'm going to turn the recording on, and it's going to be the bass line, and you are going to do your arpeggio. Decide right now, how are you going to do it? You start on the root. You're going to start on the top of the root and come down. I'm just going to do the basic 03, 04, root, third, fifth octave. Sometimes if there's 2 bars, you have to repeat it, right? So you got to watch your score while you're doing this. Ready?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Letter A. E minor, C. Second 8 bars, 17. E minor. C. Letter B. I'm going up and coming down. C. Okay, good. Okay, so now that was easy to hear. I was doing short notes just so that I wouldn't cover up the recording. Now I want to do the same thing with the melody, okay? Again, challenge yourself, make your own recordings, and challenge yourself by going faster or starting on different notes of the arpeggio, okay? In the last 8 bars of this piece, that's your solo spot. These are, in fact, the arpeggios. You could just be looking at the last 8 bars right now and just keep repeating it to practice your arpeggios, okay? So I'm going to try that right now and see how it works. I'm going to put the melody on in the background now, okay? So these are things you can goof around with. You want to be able to play along with the melody, and you want to be able to play along with the bass. Bass is a little easier because it's more constant of a rhythm, because I played quarter notes for my bass line, right? All right, now we're going to put the melody on and see what happens, and we're just going to do our arpeggios. How are you going to do them? Designate it. Don't just let yourself go all over the place. Are you going to start on the root? Are you going to do 8th notes? What are you going to do? And then try and do it. You ready? I'm going to do 8th notes like this until I get bored, and then I'm going to do something else. Okay, you ready? Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
Here we go.
3.
Letter A. I'm coming down. what I wanted to do with you guys, we're almost done. It's already 11:30. How's that possible? You guys write in the chat how you're doing on this. Are you able to play along with it? Are you able to do the eighth notes? Did you go up to triplets? Is it hard for you just keeping the bass line going? Write in the chat how it's going, playing along with this. And then I want you to make your own recordings for home for practicing. And now I want you guys just to play whatever you want to play. I'm going to play the melody. I'm going to play the melody background, and I'm going to just play a long note to accompany you. And I want you guys to do whatever you want. Arpeggios, octave jumpers, bass line, chop, connector notes, just like close your eyes for a minute, take a deep breath, and then you're gonna play along with this melody and my long notes. I think I'm gonna play the bass part on here, on the phone, and I'll play long notes. You can play melody if you want to. I'll be giving you references though. You ready? I just want you to have fun with it right now, this time through, okay? See if you can pull any of these things that you've learned and just play them. Okay, here we go. And I'm gonna play long notes.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Time, and I'm going to play the melody in the back. I'm going to play the melody on here so you really know where you are. Okay? You ready? Here we go. Same thing. Figure out what you're going to do. Just have fun with it. Mix it all up.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3.
Let me know if you were able to do that. I got totally bored. I was just going to play long notes, which is always great when you're accompanying someone, right? Then I got bored. I started playing quarter notes, and I started doing octave jumpers. You could even do... It sounds fun, right? Just octave jumpers. That's all that was. This is just goofing around with could sit here and goof around with it all day. Right now, I'm a better musician than I was a minute ago because I just did something creative and it made me feel happy and it extended my technique a little. So write in the chat what you thought of this, if it helped you. Vicky says yes. I don't know what that means, but okay. April says, thanks for calling out the chords. No music here. I need to practice coming down. You do, April. You're always on high. Which is a good thing. Okay, guys, write, any comments you have for me or anyone else, please write them in the chat. If you don't comment, we don't know. If you're lurking but don't let us know, then we don't know, okay? It's nice to see you guys. This will post as soon as I end it, and there'll be another one next week, and then the following month is Beatles month. As always, message me about anything you have any questions about. Next week, we're going to work on the scales that you're going to put in the 8 bars. As you can see, there's a lot of repetition in Stand By Me, right? We're going to work on the scales that you can put in your solo. This video gets sent out on Mondays, so it doesn't always say replay in the email subject heading. So if you want the video of this, almost always it gets sent out on Monday in my subscriber email on Mondays. So watch in your email for that. And also, the last thing is join your Cello Nation chat. According to your level, to chat with others that are probably going through similar challenges as you are. It's a fun way to connect, find musical community, and people are talking. Tongues are wagging over fences in the Cello Nation chats, right? I invited everybody to all the chats, so I can't invite you again. So you just have to scroll, I think, through your chats and see where that invitation is for the level that you want, beginner, intermediate, or advanced, and join that level, okay? And then you can chat with people. No promo on there, no selling cellos. It's all about cello technique and musicality and things that you guys are struggling with at the level that you're at, which is kind of interesting and fun, okay? No one's writing anything, so make sure you comment so I know what you're thinking. Just in general, you guys who are watching this later, write comments in there, tell us how you did, and you're always invited to make a video of anything that we're doing in here and post it on Cello Nation, because that's great advertising for all of us, and it's inspiration for everybody to get working and to keep moving ahead and to have some fun on this. And this will get you some freedom in your playing, okay? All right, guys, I'm off. I have all kinds of stuff today, but it's nice being with you guys, and thanks for showing up. It's super nice to have live people here. I will see you guys next week, and I'll see you as always in Cello Nation. Make sure you message me with questions, okay? All right, guys, ending the live video. Cello Guru out.